The Finance Bill 2025 has been passed by Parliament, officially approving Pakistan's 17.57 trillion rupees budget for the upcoming fiscal year.
Section of Clause 4B has standing in the name of Nausheen Iftikhar and others. जी ज़ारा बदूद फातमी साहबा मूव कीजिए या असद साहब कर दें, कोई मूव कर दें.
Thank you, Speaker Saab. In the Finance Bill 2025, as reported by the Standing Committee, after newly inserted Clause 4A, the following new Clause 4B shall be inserted. 4B. Amendments in the Federal Ministers and the Ministers of State, Salaries, Allowances and Privileges, Act 1975 of 1975 in the Federal Minister and the Ministers of State, Salaries, Allowances and Privileges, Act 1975 of 1975, the following further amendment shall be made. Namely, for Section 3, the following shall be substituted, namely, 3. The salary. The Federal Ministers and the Ministers of State shall receive the monthly salary equivalent to the salary of a member of the National Assembly. 2. In Section 22A, the word automatically shall be omitted, and thereafter for the words in proportion to the increase in emoluments of the civil servants, the word from time to time shall be substituted.
Minister of Finance, do you oppose it?
I have no objection, sir.
Now I put the amendment as moved by Nausheen Iftikhar and others, Asad Alam Niazi Saab and others. The question is that amendment as moved be adopted. All those in favor of it may say aye. All those against it may say no. I think ayes have it. Consequent amendment adopted. New Clause 3B stands part of the bill. Clause 4.
The approval came during a session of the National Assembly on Thursday. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb's proposed amendments to various laws, including the Income Tax Ordinance, 2001, were passed, while all amendments proposed by the opposition were rejected. The bill was read out and approved clause by clause. On Wednesday, the Pakistan People's Party voiced strong reservations over some politically unpopular provisions. However, PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari later announced his party's full support for the budget, saying the government had accepted PPP's proposals. Bilawal said, "We appreciate the government's efforts as BISP's budget has been increased. Moreover, the salaried class will not be taxed if their income equals to 1.2 million rupees per year, and the solar tax has been reduced by 50%. He added that the government had accepted the party's recommendations regarding the Federal Board of Revenue and expressed gratitude to the Prime Minister. The National Assembly also approved amendments to the Sales Tax Act, 1990, introduced by Finance Minister Aurangzeb. One key amendment gives the Finance Committee the power to arrest traders involved in tax fraud exceeding 50 million rupees. The proposed earlier amendment to give these powers to the Tax Commissioner was changed, and the final version clarifies that the FBR will not have arrest powers during the investigation stage. All opposition proposed amendments to the Sales Tax Act were rejected. In another development, an amendment to the Salaries and Allowances Act was approved with the support of the Finance Minister. This amendment ensures that ministers and ministers of state will now receive the same salary as members of parliament. Earlier this month, Finance Minister Aurangzeb presented Pakistan's federal budget for fiscal year 2026 during a charged National Assembly session. The budget outlines a plan to achieve 4.2% economic growth while reducing overall spending and tightening tax measures. The total outlay of the FY26 budget stands at 17.57 trillion rupees, a 6.9% decrease from the previous year, with 16.286 trillion rupees proposed for current expenditure, down 5.33% from last year. For more on this, read the full Dawn story linked below.